Greetings, friends. Welcome to another thrilling episode of Mail Time with me here at Black Metal and Brews. Today I've got two new packages, as well as I'm gonna just throw in, anything I get at concerts and so on to add to the excitement and loot hauling. So I figure I'll start with the one that I've been expecting. This package came from Audio Visual Atmospheres. This was supposed to be here months ago, but there was mail trouble. It's not on the label. It got returned to sender after like 2 months of being in transit toward me. So I highly urge you to order from AVA, and yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna check this out and see what this is. Or actually, this isn't that package. This is a newer one that I guess seems to have made it more quickly even. That's exciting. So this is actually some really cool stuff that I'm really excited to hear. This is this label, by the way, is run by Niels, who performs as Sequences, which, if you're not already familiar, you should be. Great, dark, experimental droning sounds and of beauty and just glory. I love this stuff. Dude's been at it for a long time. Great design stuff. Great aesthetic. So we'll start here with boy. So this happens sometimes when things come across an ocean. Whatever. We got a continuity field, breathing through glass. Not familiar at all. Excited to find out. Comes with a little download code. Tape design, simple, but doesn't have to be fancy. Oh, this is really cool. We've got the jacket, but there's some extra, like this little plastic layer with some of the information on it. So that's really neat. Cool little inlay there. So I'm not familiar with this. This is each track was sculpted according to the arrangement of the photographed objects, and here we see the photographed objects. So that's pretty awesome. So this is like as much of an audio-visual experience as you can possibly get from a cassette tape. So appropriate for the name of this little label. So that's exciting. This is Invisible Church with moths. Another one which I'm not familiar. The simple design seems to be kind of a big part of this label's aesthetic, and I'm totally into it. It doesn't have to be totally ornate to be totally intriguing. There's nothing even on the other side of this card, so I'll just show you. Just simple, beautiful track list, a little bit of art, little information about the release. And that's all we're left with. Really excited to give these a listen. I'm not sure if they're still available on the Bandcamp or store page or not, but you should look them up. This is O Ratel with Tranendal, another one that you're going to hear me say I'm not familiar with this with a lot of these. That's how most tapes are when they come to me. Slightly different. There's a little sticker on that. That's kind of cool. This has the art design in this packaging also makes me think of like a Nostaleva release practically. Look at that. It's kind of cool. A little shimmery, really fascinating little packaging there. Again, that's pretty awesome. I'm really excited by all these in case that doesn't show through immediately here. This is Leaves with Novella. So there's that. Business there. Just cool little sticker on that tape. Again, nothing on this side of it. Just really, as you can see, this label has just really nice little graphic design, really well laid out tapes. It's never over the top. Oh, Wow. So this is got it. So this is not just Leaves performing as Leaves, and his Leaves has two A's in it, so it's me Leaves, but it's probably Leaves. So Leaves is Nate Wagner, and these are reinterpretations of artist Lost Trail's original drum compositions. And Lost Trail is apparently Zachary Corsa and Denny Corsa, so this will be really cool. It's like an introduction to two new artists in one. I'm already excited to hear these tracks. And then the last little goodie to come with this package is, if you know me, really exciting. This is Purple Light with All Souls Day, kind of a companion piece to Pregnant Lights All Saints. Really cool. I say cool too much. I'm so very self-conscious, or self-aware at least, of how I speak when I'm doing this stuff. So comes with a little Bandcamp download card. I like that we're keeping with the purple theme. So not much more than you can see from the outside, but just really excited to hear both these tapes. Purple Light has become a project just as dear to me as a Pregnant Light. Started out on the kind of noisier side and has grown into something that still, has like song structures, akin to pop or rock music, and really just feels slightly, even more personal than a Pregnant Light at times. I haven't allowed myself to sneak peeks at these songs to hear what they'll sound like, so really looking forward to hearing them. We got this is basically two albums put together. It's All Souls Day and 1900 Hurt a Girl. So this will be really fun to delve into in the nearish future. At some point, I'm hoping I'll get to the point with my writing and videos where I can review more of the things that come in instead of just doing this, but this is a good chance for me to start. Before I open the next package, which I don't even know who it came from, I figured I'll show you a couple things I got at a gig the other night. I was lucky enough to catch a local show, and I got this really beautifully packaged CD called, looks like it's just called Sunrise, or maybe T Sunrise, I can't tell, by At the Head of the Woods, who's a local artist, just really gorgeous. I haven't listened to this yet. He said I believe this one's 43 minutes of layered sound. When he performed live the other night, which I will have a written review I'm working on right now, but it was layers of guitar over guitar over guitar, which became layered with synth upon synth upon synth, and it started almost just like, oh, here's a guy and a guitar, and it quickly became so much more than that. I won't go too into detail, but it very much sounded like music for the beginning of day, like the break of dawn. Gorgeous, shimmering sunrise music. So I was really, really pleasantly surprised, as he was the only artist on the bill that I hadn't even heard of before. The headliner that night was Aelter. This is their record Aelter 4, which was released by Pesanta Urfolk, which Pesanta always takes such loving care of their releases, and especially given that this album is called Love Eternal, how appropriate. And even the Bandcamp download card, this is an actual, wow, what is that? That's really cool. It's like a little credit card almost. You can tell I haven't even opened this thing yet. Simple inlay, but again, the track listings it's like dark, like oxblood red on black. So I'm sorry if you can't really see it that well. And then it's numbered in here, which I guess is probably more important if you're into collecting records to have them instead of to enjoy them, or if you're a reseller. But this is here for me to keep for me. So again, simple, beautiful design. I think it's actually even got a little bit of that kind of oxblood color to it, which fits with the art theme of the album. Really excited to finally have this. Wrote a review of it over a year ago. Just great, brooding, kind of goth Americana. Sounded even bigger and more emotionally overpowering in the live setting, but that should not detract from the fact that the record is also phenomenal. So that was really cool. It was actually, when they played here in Portland, it was their first gig outside of Boise, being their hometown. And while Aelter is a project, Blake, who does Wolf Serpent, and Illithiel, I feel like even if there was no resemblance to those, which there's a common darkness, but certainly not a common sound, it's worth it even if you're not into those, or even if you're into them and you're like, oh, I don't know, I'd like that. Like, it's completely independent and it's so wonderful. Next is a package from somebody, I'm not going to give out somebody's name, but somebody in Oakland, and I truly don't know what's in here, but I think it's cassette tapes. Let's watch me struggle to open a package, and then we can find out what's inside. I hope that you're all enjoying this. The reaction to my last video seemed to be mostly positive, so I'll keep doing this until somebody decides to get mad at me, and then I'll keep doing it, and somebody will just have to deal with the fact that they're mad at me. I don't think anybody cares enough about me to be mad at me. I'm just being silly at this point. This is tough to open, which means it's well packaged, lovingly packaged. Whoa, and I'm really glad I'm being careful, because it looks like there's something that, yeah, wow. So, oh, cool. Oh, this is the new Constellation Tatsu package, which is a label I only recently became familiar with, but they have, and I'm not even going to pretend I know what's going on here, but look at this. How can you not want something that comes with this? I mean, that looks like the darkest reaches of Pee-wee's Playhouse came to life in the most beautiful way possible. So let's start with this is H. Takahashi's Body Trip. And I don't know what any of these are, but I'm excited to listen to them. Simple red tape. Simple but really aesthetically pleasing art. This is the first stuff I've received from this label, but hopefully it will not be the last. So that's intriguing. There's quite a few songs. There's 6 songs on each side, so there's a lot to get through there. This is Yorishiro's I, or One. I can't tell. Just from the looks of this, gosh, it just looks like it's going to be beautiful, doesn't it? Little, like, foggy mountainsides. I'm kind of a sucker for that. Beautiful, like, I'm hoping for some weird nature ambient, whatever you want to call it. That word, I fail at English so much. So this is tape loops, apparently. Look at that! That's so pretty! It says loops recorded in Japan, New Zealand, Australia, and Spain. So, instantly intrigued. We'll leave it at that. Maybe there will be more information on this soon. I'd love to be able to get to the point where I'm doing like a bunch of these a day or something, but not there quite yet. This is Les Combu Koti, 5 Cambridge Utilities. I can't even, you'll just have to pause this video to try and read that. Again, beautiful art. I don't even know what that is. Like rocks coming out of the ground, and strange graphic design work. Really intense geometric stuff going on the tape itself even. Kind of cool. There's literally nothing inside that, so we'll leave that there. Really excited by that though. And the last one here, just is the coolest art, is Dang Olsen Dream Tape, Zonk. Look at that. That is wild. That's super trippy. Again, I'm not going to pretend this. I have any idea, but like some weird little guardian person welcoming you into like the spookiest, most psychedelic garden of God knows what. Since I'm not doing stuff to kill my brain, I figure I may as well listen to music that sounds like my brain is dying anyway. And then, boy, there's these happy little aliens inside. No idea what this is going to sound like. Very excited to find out. So, looks like we had, again, mostly not metal in this. In fact, exclusively not metal for the most part, and I'm okay with that. Thank you all for watching, and I hope in the very near future to be able to share my thoughts on what some of these sound like. I'll leave links to the labels and artists in question in the bottom here. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers.